On today's video, I just want to share you information about housekeeping jobs here in Canada. Hello there everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Buyucan, and if you are very new to my channel, welcome. And on today's video, I just want to share you information about housekeeping jobs. Housekeeping jobs here in Canada is a one way of becoming a permanent resident here in Canada, okay? So this is the good news for people who don't have this higher education, those degrees, and you don't have to have IELTS, you don't need to have your credential assessment. So what you just need is to have at least equivalency of grade 12 here, education here in Canada, or at least 72 units above in your own home back home, okay? So let's say in Philippines, if you have at least finished 2 years course or 72 units, you can able to apply this kind of jobs, okay? So the employer need to have a labor market impact assessment. The employer has to have a LAMIA. So I mean to say the employee need to have a work permit visa or a contract worker to come here in Canada, okay? So either the employer hire you direct hire to come here in Canada, or you can go through recruitment agencies in your own home back home, whatever country you are. You can find a recruitment agency who hiring overseas for you to come and work as a housekeeping here in Canada. And I think this is one of the best way for you to become a permanent resident as well, okay? So I mean to say, if you're the applicant, you're only the applicant who come to Canada. Your family is not included. But later on, if you're going to apply for your permanent resident, there's also a requirements for that. But the important thing is you are inside Canada, because I believe before you apply for your permanent residence, you need to have your IELTS or CELPIP or ICAS or some examination in order for you to be qualified for a permanent resident. And in order for you to be qualified for this permanent resident as well, you need to work as a full-time job, okay? So for housekeeping here in Canada, you either work in the hospitals, in a nursing home, in a buildings, condos, or like a residential area, or in a hotel, okay? So if you are working in a hotel, you're going to expect you doing all the housekeeping job, change linen, vacuuming, you know, dusting, like the common cleaning practice like inside your home anyway. But of course it's a hotel environment, so your whatever is in your job description, you have to do it, and you need to work is as a full-time, okay? Because I think one of the requirements in order for you to apply for your permanent resident, you need to work full-time jobs, okay? So you work at least between 8 to 10 hours a day, and you still have entitled to have a 1 or 2 days off. It all depends on your contract, okay guys? So the reason why I'm sharing this information about the housekeeping job, because even at this time of pandemic, I believe some companies are willing to hire people from overseas, okay? Because here in Canada, to tell you honestly, people are losing job, people who are working in the hotels because of this pandemic. Some hotels are closed, so some workers lost their job as well. But as I told you, 2021, we still have to be positive. That's why I'm sharing this information with you guys, so you have this opportunity to think what kind of job you think you can able to apply to come and work here in Canada, okay? I'm not the agency who is recruiting you to come here in Canada, but at least you have these ideas. So if you are not qualified for this healthcare aid, you're not qualified for a caregiver or a nanny, or this type of skilled, or you're not qualified for the express entry to come here in Canada, or you're not qualified for the permanent resident like independent, then this is those are the opportunity for you guys to apply. So most of the job description of a housekeeper, you have to learn about vacuuming, cleaning, washing toilet. And if you are working in the buildings, like in an office building, most of the job that you are going to work in the office building, because I experienced to work in the like a cleaner in a housekeeping in the building. You just pick up garbage, do vacuuming, do dusting. It's not that much dirty because it's an office, right? So the thing is, you need to work most of the time like evening after the office hours. For the people, when they go home, that's the time you start to work, between 5 p.m. to 12 midnight. All depends on what type of housekeeping you're doing. If you're working in the hotel, most of the time Well, it's 24/7. Hotel are 24/7, right? Some big company here in Canada, they have different cleaning services. They can do all different houses. So if it so happen you are work in a residential area, then you are going to work in people's home. Sometimes you do cleaning their dishes, or you do some laundry, ironing, folding clothes, washing the dishes. Okay, so it all depends on your job description. It's an easy job. Okay, and I believe you don't need to have those work experience like a housekeeping in other countries. You can able to work, because as long as in your own applications, willing to learn, and you're a hardworking person, and that's the most important, right? The salary of this housekeeping job, it all depends on the province where you live. Okay, so if in case you are in Alberta, we have a $15 per hour for a minimum wage. So it all depends on the province where you live. Okay, so whatever country you are in this world, try to apply housekeeping jobs also. I believe Canada is still hiring overseas, especially those considered like unskilled job. So you don't need to have IELTS, you don't need to have educational assessment. So this is good news for you guys as well for this 2021. As I told you, let's just be positive, right? So if in case you are hired in the hospital or in a nursing home, most of the housekeeping I saw in the nursing home, they usually do folding clothes, folding towels, they washing the clothes, sold linen, they deliver those clothes in patient's room. Most of the housekeeping jobs in the hospital, they do the laundry, and they fold the laundry, and they stock all the towels. So this housekeeping job, before you apply for your permanent resident, that's the time you had to do all the English examination. So I believe in every province here in Canada, they're hiring housekeeping jobs. Okay, so not just only for Alberta, it's everywhere around in Canada. Okay guys, so I'm just sharing this information not just only for Filipinos, but I'm sharing for every around the world. That's why I'm trying my best to speak in English, so you understand what I'm saying, so I can share for everyone. Whatever country you are, you try to do some research, okay, because there have some recruitment agencies who are connected to your own country, connected here in Canada, hiring people from overseas for these housekeeping jobs. Okay, not just only for hospitals, condos, they're hiring for different places here. Okay, nursing home, mostly nursing home, hospitals, hotels, and residential area. For me, I always advise for you guys recruitment agencies, because these are the people who are, this is their job to hire from overseas, right? So because if you are doing online job, sometimes it's very hard. See, if you are inside Canada and you're a permanent resident, it's easy. It's easy to find a job once you are permanent resident here in Canada, right? Many times in my different videos, just don't give up and try to find a recruitment agency who is hiring overseas to bring people here in Canada. That's only the best way, because if you are doing online, they have so many websites to find a job here in Canada. But to be honest with you guys, it's not easy, okay? But once you are inside Canada and once you become a permanent resident, the job is easy to find a job once you are permanent resident. Some people who come here in Canada and work as a housekeeping and they become a permanent resident, they continue this kind of business. They are the one who open their own business and they hire people to work for them because they have this experience. So housekeeping job here in Canada, one way of making a good money, and is a good business here in Canada as well. So housekeeping job is not just only for overseas people. We inside Canada, this is our job too. So if you know somebody else who is working housekeeping, if they have their employer, you ask them if they can still hiring people from overseas. That's where they can directly hire you to bring it in here, okay? Otherwise, you better go and do some research and go find a legit recruitment agency who can help you guys. So good luck again, and thank you so much for everything. And hey, as I told you, thank you so much for everything, for your support to me. And don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that notification bell, so every time I upload new videos, you will be notified. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again for my next video, and God bless you, and bye bye.